Well, those main events were damn good, weren't they? I'm John Renton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling Summer Struggle in Sapporo Night 1 and 2 events. Couple quick notes. This review was delayed a bit because I've been working some extra hours, some later shifts on this weekend. I watched the Night 1 event just before my shift yesterday, but just got around to the Night 2 event before recording. I do apologize for that. Another thing I want to address and apologize for, some people have commented on certain videos and especially have asked me on Twitter why I haven't reviewed as much New Japan. I haven't reviewed a whole lot of shows since the New Japan Cup tournament ended. The last review I did was of Dominion in Osaka. There's a few reasons for this. One, I do want to thank every single one of you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot that you just, have fun hearing me rant about wrestling and movies. Thank you guys very much. You've gotten me through a lot of anxiety and depression. Okay, few factors. A lot of work. I need sleep. I got a lot of other projects going on, and even though New Japan has delivered some really damn good matches, and many that I will praise when I do my best match of the 2021 list, I simply don't have enough time. I just don't have enough time, and I watch the big matches when I can and keep up on the storylines, but that's really what it comes down to. I will review the Tokyo Dome show in a couple weeks, and I really hope they can get back to having full crowds soon, because I know they're getting really hit hard by the pandemic. But anyway, that's the stuff. Let's get on with this. And the main events really were the selling point, and I will definitely be praising one of them very, very highly. But which one? You have to wait to find out. So Hiromu's backstage with a survey for the fans, but I couldn't hear him because his clothes were so loud. But he is Hiromu Takahashi, so naturally he would wear loud clothes. Chris Charlton says, oh wait, what's he doing backstage? He teleported here and he didn't even realize it. Hiromu would have believed that. He thanks the fans who are in attendance for the first time at a New Japan show, and also those watching live. Thank you very much. Talks about Despy versus Ishimori. He wants the winner, but he's going to have to wait because somebody else is stepping in line that wants their shot. So we have Master Wato versus Yuya Uemura. They're really trying hard to make Master Wato work. He can work, but the character's just bland. It just doesn't really work. Yuya has improved a lot. Wato did some good stuff here. Nice German suplex for 2 by Yuya. And eventually, Spiral Tap. I know it's called something else, but I'm calling it the Spiral Tap 1, 2, 3. And then we get Evil and Dick Togo. We get the Evil Dick coming back. Dick inserting himself repeatedly in the New Japan ring. I have to picture this, and so do all of you people. Versus Tomohiro Ishii and Yo. So Jumpstart by Chaos, because Evil has been basically just needling Tomohiro Ishii for a match, because you want to, of course, anger somebody that goes as hard as Tomohiro Ishii. That sounded a lot less dirty in my head, but I'm going to roll with it. Evil got tossed over the barricade. Evil and Dick target Yo. Of course, Dick being part of the tag teaming of, somebody smaller. And then we get the usual club BS. Dick pounds Yo from behind. Exposed buckle spots. Hot tag to Yo and Evil. And then Scorpion on Yo for the win. There you go. And then we get a brief, beatdown of Ishii, because Evil just wants to anger a guy that doesn't give a shit about taking a whole bunch of punishment if he gets to beat your ass. So we get Tanahashi, Rocky, and Taguchi versus Kenta, ELP, and Yujiro. I want to say right now, I don't get ELP. It's not that he's bad in the ring. I just don't get him. Also, Yujiro, hi, you're here to take the fall. Tanahashi has maybe 2 years left. His knees are shot, and I'm really worried every time I see him come off the ropes. So, of course, when in doubt, go for the ass. They go for Taguchi's ass, and then eventually High Fly Flow pins Yujiro. And a lot of this match was also just to hype up Kenta and Tanahashi possibly facing off in the Dome, which I'd be for. 15 to 20 minutes, I think they could do a damn good match. But yeah, Yujiro naturally taking the pin. They take a break to do the cleaning. And then we go to Okada and Sho versus the Great Okab. It's more like Okab or Okanda. I can't stand Okan. It's not that he's a bad athlete. I hate the gimmick. I love Cobb. I'm all for Cobb and Okada having a match. But eventually, Tour of the Islands 1, 2, 3, because of course Yo got pinned because he was, or Sho got pinned rather. Yo gets pinned the next night. Sorry, spoiler. And that was really it. And then we get Okada and Cobb facing off. And then we get Dangerous Tekkers, Doki, and Kanemaru versus all of LIJ because Hiromu's injured. And it was the usual fare just to hype up Sonata and Naito against Dangerous Tekkers the next night. We get a melee double submissions by Zack Sabre Jr. because I couldn't even sit down and think of anything that he does, let alone pull it off. The guy's brilliant. Pumping Bomber on Doki 1, 2, 3. And then we get Ishimori versus El Desperado. Hi, Jen. Thank you very much for bringing this, or giving me this. I really appreciate it. C-Block trophy, and I'm bringing this out for El Desperado versus Taiji Ishimori. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Who can out-heel who? So, Ishimori kept focusing on the shoulder while Despy focused on the knee. That was some really, really good stuff. Good psychology. This was given a lot of time. And we get a bloody cross on a barricade. The bone lock, which is something I reacted to with the good taste and maturity you've all come to expect from me. Red Shoes hits the post and cable. Red Shoes and a red mask. Red mask just sounds like a knockoff comic book villain. We get a low blow to Ishimori while the ref's down. We get submission, dueling, and everything. While the referee's down, of course, ELP comes out to provide more uninteresting stuff for this match. Kanemaru stops him, and then we get a weird series of exchanges where it looks like Ishimori drops Despy a little bit awkwardly. But into the bone lock, once again, mature. And then we get the exposed buckle to Ishimori, right hand, pinche loco, ×2, 1, 2, 3. And then suddenly, video message from Robbie Eagles. He wants to face El Desperado. Well, he wants to face whoever the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion is, but okay. I'm all for Robbie Eagles getting his shot. I've seen Robbie Eagles at a couple shows. The guy's fucking brilliant no matter what size crowd he wrestles in front of him. And that's going to be a damn good match. Also, I hate to say it, but El Desperado, even though the mask looks cool, we know what he looks like without the mask. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, anyway, it is what it is. That was a really good main event. And had that main event not been as good, I might have been a little bit more down on that show. The show was basic. Main event was really good, basically. Then Hiromu's extra loud wardrobe kicks off night 2. Sho and Yuya versus El Desperado and Kanemaru. Hey, Yuya, you're here to take the pin, and you're gonna. Sho and Despy should happen again soon. I would like to see that. We get good double teaming and deep impact on Yuya 1, 2, 3. Moving on. Ishii and Rocky and Taguchi versus Evil, Ishimori, and ELP with Dick Togo. So we have 2 dicks on the Bullet Club side. Har har. So the timekeeper gets knocked over on his birthday. Usual club antics. I'm sick of the t-shirt brand that is the Bullet Club at this point. So exposed buckle. They target the ass. When in doubt, go for the ass. And then Rocky counters CR2 into a roll-up on ELP 1, 2, 3. And Rocky says, hey, ELP, what do you say? What do you say? No, he's not pulling a Roddy Piper from Mania 11. What do you say? You know, me and Taguchi versus you and Ishimori for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Championships. And ELP's like, oh, fuck you. Of course, this match is probably going to happen in the Dome, but it is what it is. Kenta and Yujiro versus Tanahashi and Yota. Oh, geez. Well, the only time that Yujiro's not going to take the pin is when there's a young boy there. And he actually makes this young boy choke on his stick. If I have to picture this stuff, then again, so do all of you people, always delete your search history. Tana and Kenta get a strike battle. We get a double crab spot. And then Pimp Juice out of nowhere, 1, 2, 3. Yota had a good showing here, though. And then, the Great Okab again. Have I mentioned, once again, I can't stand the Great Okan. He fucking sucks. This is one of the worst goddamn gimmicks that there is. And I'm talking like in mainstream wrestling. And I don't pay much attention to the indies. I know there's probably goofy shit there, but goddamn. They took on Okada and Yokata, if you will, which sounds like a weird yogurt. Cobb is great and hits a tour of the islands on Yo 1, 2, 3. And Cobb versus Okada again should be pretty damn good. Wato versus Shingo. Gee, they must have said, hey Wato, we want you to go out and face Shingo in a singles match. What? Why? Why do I need to do this? Just go out there and do something already. So he did. I will say that Wato did pretty well. At first he dived and he did some good stuff, and then Shingo took over and probably could have beat him in half the time that he did, but he gave him a lot. Wato got a couple near falls. He did miss a spiral tap. STF variation by Shingo, that was pretty good. I don't know what the hell he was trying to do at first, but he got it in. That was some good stuff. Crucifix and Hurricanrana for 2 by Wato, but then eventually Pump and Bomber for 2. Last of the Dragons, 1, 2, 3. He couldn't beat him with the Pump and Bomber like he did with Doki the previous night. That's a nice little bit of storytelling there. There you go. So, Shingo wins, and then Hiromu just, takes a picture of him while, because Hiromu's on commentary and, LIJ brethren and all that. And it was just funny because Hiromu is funny. Dangerous Tekker, Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi with Doki and Miho. Miho Abe is back, and suddenly things are a lot better. I'm glad to see Miho back. And they took on Naito and Sonata. Well, Dangerous Tekkers did, not Doki and Miho. It would have been weird if Miho had started wrestling. So it's the IWGP Tag Team Championship match, and all I have to say is, again, yes, this might be in the contention for my favorite match of the year. This was brilliant. This is how tag team wrestling should be done. New Japan has actually done a pretty good job with their tag team matches, their tag team title matches this year. And the depth issues are still a problem. But they have some. This was damn good. Now it's long. It's like 36 minutes, but it's goddamn good. A lot of it goes by really quick. I like I first wrote. I said, boy, they're giving this a lot of time. We get Naito and ZSJ tangling everything. I will never tire of seeing Zack Sabre Jr. and Sonata tangle though, and I'm still pissed off at the Dallas crowd that just basically shat all over the match that they had the G1 special in Dallas in 2019. I don't get it. Okay, I'm not upset at Dallas. I'm upset at the people that shat on it. So anyway, we get some outside spots, of course. Just watching Zack Sabre Jr. wrestle, so he just makes it look so easy. Sonata targets the knee because Zack Sabre Jr. because he's wiry, because he's the vegan hybrid or whatever he's calling himself. Just that goddamn good. Naturally, he's gonna have less meat on his bones, and he can get targeted there. More great submissions. Rana off the top by Naito for 2. Everyone down. Miho Abe viciously pounding the blue mat. And I don't know why Naito hates his neck. He landed on his neck a few times. Ibushi's still recovering from the side effects of the vaccine. Get your vaccine, by the way, because I got mine. Even though I had side effects, I feel good. No. I knew that I would now. So we get some double teaming for 2, and then Zack Sabre Jr. just gets folded up. Ouch, that was brutal. Double dangerous submissions, as I called it, because Zack Sabre Jr. had Naito and Taichi had Sonata. And then Zack Sabre Jr. taunts Naito. We had Dragon Suplex, and then Sonata breaks that up. We get a Taichi chokeslam with an axe bomber. But then later, he gets trapped in the skull end while Naito and Zack Sabre Jr., who are the legal men, Destino, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. New IWGP Tag Team Champions. Once again, Jen, thank you very much for giving me that. I really do appreciate it. That was fucking brilliant. That may end up being in my top 5, at least my top 10. That was really, really good. That's probably my favorite tag team match of the year. That was goddamn good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon for the Dome.